On your screen next to me is a map of Canada crisscrossed with many lines representing oil pipelines and railroad routes that are used to transport oil. If you were to zoom in closer, you'd notice that many of these lines pass over or near the freshwater lakes that dot our countryside. When you think of oil spills, what comes to mind? For many of us, images of the Exxon Valdez spill of '89 or the Deepwater Horizon blowout of 2010 flash through our heads. And while both these incidents were environmental disasters, a silver lining that came out of each of them is that they provided a tremendous amount of information on how to best clean up marine oil spills. Now, the good news is we have yet to experience a spill of that magnitude in freshwater lakes. However, the downside is that to this day, there remain many unanswered questions on how best to remediate freshwater lakes affected by oil spills. That's where my project, which is part of the Freshwater Oil Spill Remediation Study, comes to the rescue. Last summer, at the experimental lakes area, we set up 18 enclosures on one of the lakes there and spilled oil into them. Then, we tested 3 different techniques to try to clean up the oil, and after collecting samples for 2.5 months, we were left to determine which of our 3 treatments had worked best. That's where me and my fish bile come into play. You see, when it comes to toxicity, the most dangerous part of oil is not the black goo you might think of, but a colorless class of chemicals called polycyclic aromatic compounds. When these carcinogenic chemicals pass through fish, they're quickly metabolized and excreted into the gallbladder where they reside in the bile. So, at the end of our 2.5 months, we collected all the fish living in our enclosures, and I became the proud recipient of all the gallbladders. Now, when the university reopens, all I need to do is analyze these bile samples and determine which of our 3 treatments led to the lowest concentrations of these toxin metabolites. Unlike most researchers, I genuinely hope that the need to consult my findings seldom arises. However, come the day when something inevitably goes wrong, freshwater ecosystems in Canada and around the world will thank this vital research. Thank you.